Hello and welcome to Gardening with Ben's award-winning podcast, as voted by Grow Your Own magazine and by my followers and listeners. So if you're new to the podcast, make sure you click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our podcasts, listen back to all our previous episodes, sit back, grab a brew and let's enjoy today's episode. Hello everyone and welcome back to Gardening with Ben. Well, it's Wednesday, we're halfway through the week, which means it's nearly time to get back to the allotment, and I can't say fast enough, roll on the weekend, because I can't wait to be back down in my allotment. And wow, what a week it has been so far. I've obviously hit 10,000 followers on Instagram, so you got that bonus episode last night, 2 episodes in one day. So once again, thank you for all those that do support me and that have subscribed to this podcast and listen to it on a regular basis. It does mean the world to me, and everything that I get from the ads goes back in towards my allotment and being able to share more tips and advice with you all and sharing what I get up to. So thanks for those that are loyal supporters and that have subscribed to it. And thanks for those that do message me about the episodes. It's great to hear from you all and that you enjoy listening to them. So, what are we up to at the moment? Well, obviously I'm on night shifts at the moment, so I'm not getting down to the allotment, but I am getting planning on what I'm doing at the weekend and stuff like that. So when it comes to this time of year, it's great to start thinking about what flowers you want to grow on your allotment, because flowers are the one key thing that bring the pollinators to your plot and to help you get more produce. And I've been going on about that for quite a while now, that obviously growing flowers encourages the bees to the allotment and you will get more produce from it. And that is one key thing that I've learned over the years, and I'm always looking at new things to try growing on the allotment and different flowers and stuff like that. And growing flowers is obviously a fantastic part of it as well, because when you've got an allotment and you're just growing fruit and veg, it can just be completely green because there's not much colour in it, and all you get is just a few flowers what form and thing, but it's mainly just a green colour. So adding flowers to your allotment can improve the colour and the look of it and make it really, really nice. And that is what I'm doing mainly this year, and hopefully over the years to come as we learn more about different flowers that we can grow on the allotment. So what flowers are good flowers to try and grow if you're a newbie? That is a good question, because you've all got to start somewhere, and I tend to want to grow all the flowers from seed if possible. If I do spot bargains in shops of plants, I will buy them and plant them, because I'm trying to get as many perennials as possible so that I don't have to grow as many flowers further down the line. Obviously I'll still be growing them, but I won't have to grow as many as I get more perennials to fill the gaps in and keep growing, really, because the perennials come back year after year, whereas a lot of the ones that you grow from seed will just be annuals and they'll just grow for the year and need replacing the year after. So some fantastic flowers to try and grow are obviously sweet peas, which I've talked about quite a lot in these podcasts, and they are one of the best flowers that you can grow, and they don't take up much room whatsoever. You just need something for them to grow up against, and you can be getting blooms all the way through summer, and the more you pick them, the more flowers you will get on them, and your friends and family will love you because you'll be picking them literally every single day, because they produce that many flowers on them, and you can get a fantastic return from the seeds that you purchase. Some seeds can be quite expensive for sweet peas, but you can pick up some bargain ones as well. So have a look around and see what seeds you want to buy. Next up is sunflowers. Now, sunflowers are something that I've grown from a kid, really. I've always been into growing sunflowers, for the joy of just seeing how tall you can grow your sunflower. And with the right care and attention, you can get a massive sunflower going up 12 to 14 foot, depending on how much you actually look after it. And it's enjoyment. It's one that you can grow with the kids if you've got children or the grandchildren. I've not got no kids, so I'm just growing it for the fun of myself, really, which is always fun. And it's great to see the colour that you get from the sunflower. And I've purchased 1,800 sunflower seeds. It's a mixed sunflower pack for this year. I purchased one last year, and we got some fantastic looking sunflowers in them. So I've purchased one again this year. So hopefully we can get a massive array of sunflowers down at the allotment this year to show off and for you to enjoy in all the photos that I'll be sharing of it. But yeah, another good thing with sunflowers is that they produce fantastic canes as well. Once you let them dry out and die off, they'll become rock hard, the stalks, and you can use them for canes the year after if needs be. Save you having to buy canes. So the more sunflowers you grow, the more canes you will have for the allotment, and you can use them that way as well. So there's always benefits in growing sunflowers. Another good flower that I've learned how to grow is geraniums. Now, geraniums are quite expensive to buy from the shops for the amount that you get in a pack of like 6 or something, and they're actually really, really easy to grow. You don't get many seeds in a packet, but they are fantastic and easy to grow. And I've had success year after year with geraniums. I really can't believe it. Now you can get just set colours, or you can get a mixed bag, depending on what you purchase. But all I'll be doing is sowing my seed now, and they will be flowering from like August to October. And I've dug all my geraniums up what I planted last year, and I've put them in pots and put them in the shed, and they've flowered all the way through winter. They're still flowering to this day. My plot neighbour keeps telling me that I need to cut off these flower heads or they won't shoot out at the bottom, so I need to listen to him soon and cut the flowers off and let them start growing from the bottom to bush out a bit better. But yeah, I really can't bear to cut them flowers off because they're brightening up my shed at the moment, and it's absolutely fantastic to see. So I do love geraniums, and they don't take much care and attention whatsoever. You just snip the top off once the flowers have died, and it'll encourage them to grow. So if you've not tried growing geraniums before, go out and get a packet and give them a try. They are really, really easy to grow. Now, another good flower that I do grow on my allotment, which does bring fantastic colours every time I grow them, are calendula. And I can never say that word right. I don't know if I'm saying it right to you. But you get so many seeds in a packet for that one for the price, and they're extremely cheap. And the best thing about them is that they just flower after flower after flower all the way through summer and autumn, and it can add so much nice colour to the plot, and the bees absolutely love them. And the best thing about calendula is that if you forget to chop the heads off once they've died, they'll go to seed and they just set the seeds out everywhere. They fire the seeds off everywhere, and some allotment people say they're worse than weeds because they just set the seeds all over the place. But I don't care. If there's flowers growing all over my plot, I really don't care, because it's attracting the bees and it's free flowers as well. So that is one fantastic flower to grow, and I'll certainly be growing some more this year. If not, there'll be plenty popping up around my plot from last year. You can never get them all out, but yeah, one fantastic flower to grow that is. So I'll be growing some of them. And then I'm growing gladiolus as well this year. Gladiolus, I purchased, I think it was 100 corns, should I say. They're not called bulbs, they're called corns, gladiolus. 100 corns for £9, and they mixed bags, so all different colours. And the thing is with gladiolus, you can plant the corns now, and they'll be flowering towards July, August time. And you can use them obviously for vases and stuff like that, but you'll only get one flower on the corn, so it's up to you if you cut them off or not. I certainly won't be cutting them off. but they do stand proud in the borders of your plot. They look absolutely fantastic, and the colour that comes from them as well. And I asked my followers about, because I'd read that you're meant to dig the corns up and store them in a shed and then replant them the year after, but I asked my followers what they do, and a lot of people just tend to leave them in the ground and they come year after year. They just need to be deep enough so that they don't get affected by the frost and kill them off. But yeah, gladiolus are one of the best things that you can grow on the plot. So yeah, those are some of the flowers what you can try and grow and have success with. Let me know if it's your first year in growing flowers. I always love to hear what everybody else is doing, and if I've encouraged you to grow flowers, let me know, because I do get enjoyment out of encouraging other people to do stuff as well. So I hope that you have a fantastic Wednesday. The weekend is nearly here. It's fast approaching, thankfully, and hopefully this nice weather will continue, and hopefully I'm still hoping for that heat wave in March, so hopefully we get one of those as well too. So until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep gardening, and keep listening to Gardening with Ben. So thank you for listening to today's episode of Gardening with Ben. We hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Remember to do click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our podcasts. Feel free to share them on your Instagram stories so that it spreads the word about my podcast and we get lots more listeners. Feel free to check out my social media sites, Facebook and Instagram as well, Gardening with Ben, and also my YouTube channel, to stay up to date with all my handy videos, how-to videos, and sharing my tips and advice. And feel free to check the link as well in the description for my Gardening with Ben t-shirts. Lots of funny gardening design t-shirts in there for you to purchase at great prices too. So thanks again, and as always, remember, keep smiling and keep gardening.